What's up, guys? Ace Coach 704, your commish coming at you again after a pretty brisk draft. Wanted to highlight the guys or the teams that got star players or star development players in the draft. A list of about 40, it's like about 40, 45 guys. Some teams really did well. Myself, I drafted three-star development guys. Raiders drafted three star development guys. I think the Rams got three also. Seahawks had a couple. So, overall, you know, the guys who did their homework, it was reflected here. And as tradition, we got to have some music. Old school techno Super Bowl right there. I'm just going to kind of breeze through this real quick. Tomorrow I'll be doing what I call the ultimate analysis video where I go through every team, kind of highlight the guys that are the best players. We'll point out a couple of rookies. Like I'll go in depth on some of these guys you're going to hear shortly, and give everyone kind of a assessment of how their team's looking heading into the season. Now, of course, trades and everything could change that very easily. So, this is just a preseason kind of look that I used to do in the past, and I'm bringing it back after I kind of took a season off. We went through a transition phase, sort of getting rid of some guys and getting good guys like you in here. So, without further ado, here we go. The star players with the max XP, these guys should be starters, so you can maximize that star development and get the most out of, the star development trait with the max XP sliders. Alien Hood, middle linebacker for the Raiders. First of his three star development guys. Myself, I had Bakari Hunter, cornerback. He's going to be starting in the nickel in the slot. I'll probably take this year to, develop him, and then he'll take over next year because Sean Smith is going to fall off with his speed. So that was a pleasant surprise. I didn't expect him to be a star. We'll take it. I also had C.J. Lucas, defensive tackle. He'll be starting along with K'Wan Short there in the middle. Might be a little bit of a rotation with Star Latula. We'll see what happens there. Case Cannon, the left tackle for the Steelers that, the Jets wanted so bad. I think that's karma. Making all those damn trades. And then you see star development, so that's another slap in the face to the Jets there. Dante Harrison, middle linebacker for the Redskins, a star development. Redskins didn't make the draft, but CPU helped them out a little bit. Daryl Jones, defensive end for the Seahawks, star development. Devon Hall, cornerback for the Bucks, star development. He was on my short list if he fell to 11. I figured he'd be a good player. Jacoby Ford, defensive tackle for the Texans, star development. He needs no help with his defense, but he gets more anyway. Jason Chandler, right guard for the Bengals. It's nothing like having a good old offensive line with a star development, because those guys can really end up being around a 90 at the end of their first season. A little bit of an awareness, up those blocking skills, you'll be good to go. Jimmy Hill, second star development guy for the Raiders, a strong safety. He looked pretty good in scouting. Kevin Daniels, left guard for the Jets, star development. That's good. Lamar Griffin, free safety for the Cowboys. Cowboys, gotta say, they forgot about the damn draft. I mean, really? Come on, man. Mike Toll, tight end for the Lions, star development. I think he's a pretty tall guy, too. We'll look at him tomorrow in depth. Normando Clay, cornerback for the Seahawks, star development. Yeah, he looked really good in scouting. Omari Hogan, defensive end for the Rams, is star development. Rainey Cole, right outside linebacker for the Chiefs. Chiefs missed the draft. CPU got him a star development outside linebacker. That's nice. Ralston McClain, right tackle for the Raiders. Ralston McClain looked real good in development. In scouting, I should say. I considered him at number 11, but picking up Alvin Bailey in free agency, I, overlooked it for that high of a pick. Rashawn Clark, left side outside linebacker for the Rams. Their second star development guy, and their third star development guy. We all knew this guy was going to be good. Rylan Mason, quarterback for the Rams, went 4th overall. He came out very good. I took a look at him earlier on Daddy Leagues. Salim Little, defensive tackle for the 49ers, star development, and that's awesome because he couldn't scout. And, he picked the guy and he star development. That's awesome. Tyron Jones, defensive end for the Lions, star development. That's the second one for the Lions. Taz Pendleton, defensive tackle for the Packers, star development. Packers missed the draft, but, CPU helped them out. Tommy Foreman, strong safety for the Steelers, star development. That's the second star development guy for the Steelers who weren't here. So, shows to show CPU can pick good guys, every once in a blue moon. Trey Jones, defensive end for the Jaguars, star development. He wasn't here. Trey Boswell, right defensive end for the Colts, star development. He wasn't here either. And our last guy was Zach Gilmore, right tackle for the Saints, star development. It's not going to matter. They're still going to get holding penalties against me. That's the thing that seems to kill the Saints a lot against me for whatever reason. I don't know why. But maybe, with the XP, he'll get it up and he'll get to be a disciplined guy. And that won't happen as much. But those are your future stars for the next couple seasons here in the League of Legends. I think we got about 2 or 3 seasons left. And, with the max XP, these guys will be some big impact guys. So a couple notes before we go. Trades are open right now. I did that because we do have a gap in time between now and 9 p.m. Eastern time when we do preseason tomorrow night. Preseason will advance every 10 minutes. Schedules are out. Look at your week 1 opponent, not your preseason week 1 opponent, your regular season week 1 opponent. Reach out to them now. Try to get it scheduled. If you have trouble scheduling someone, send me a DM. I do have phone numbers for most of the guys, especially the new guys. I do have those I can reference, and you can send those guys a text. Remember, text or DM is the mode to reach out to people. Do not just do the little @ symbol in the chat, because some people have notifications turned off, and they will not receive that little @ notification. Alright? So, that's where we are right now, man. Still watching transactions, nothing too crazy has happened. Position changes, let me hit on that. The only real position change rule is if you're going to move a receiver to tight end, speed has to be 85 or under. Alright? I know there are tight ends that are faster than that, but they're real tight ends. Alright? So 85 speed or under for mainly for older receivers to tight end. That's the only real rule that we have. So, like I said, if you got questions that don't refer to when the damn preseason starts or any of that, because it's on the schedule, it's in the other video, let's put it in this video. If you have other questions, feel free to hit me in DM or shoot me a text. Thanks a lot, guys. We'll see you tomorrow night.